Hello, everyone.
Hi.
And happy Tuesday to you.
Joyous Tuesday.
And welcome to yet another highly anticipated, long-awaited Tuesday video. If you missed last Tuesday's video, we had the fall 2024 trend report where we talked about all of the fashion, accessory, handbag, shoe, denim, whatever trends that we were seeing all over the bloggers, all over the girlies, all over the runways for fall 2024. So in case you wanted to stay stylish or keep your closet or Poshmark or eBay stylish, you can do that.
Here we go.
But today, like tradition holds, we are doing our fall 2024 trend R&D at the Mall of America.
The big mall.
Now, if you haven't been on our channel in the past for one of these, what that means is, well, first off, R&D stands for research and development. And so we're going to research and develop our knowledge on the trends of the season at the mall. We're gonna go to all of the trendy stores like Free People, Urban Outfitters, that type of stuff. All of the bougie stores like Nordstrom, like mature stores, even like more like Anthro possibly and stuff. And we are going to look for the trends to prove to you that this is what's out there. We're not just like talking out of our butts.
I'm not just making it up.
It's definitely a real thing. So just as a brief little reminder, we're going to be looking for a lot of olive green. There might be some red here and there, possibly.
A little cheetah.
There should be a lot of Mary Jane ballet flats.
Oh, I think every place is going to have at least two.
Yeah. We should be seeing some mesh ones of those. We should be seeing some kitten heel boots. We should be seeing a lot of suede.
Chore coats.
Chore coats and car coats and barn coats, whatever you want to call them.
Dark blue denim.
Yep. Cuffed denim. Still some of that baggy denim is definitely in. We should also be seeing some longer kind of single color skirts and single color sweaters. Leather trenches are really popular, and leather bombers will be interesting to see if we see, because those were kind of all over the place when we were doing our research. So if you need a refresher, you can pause the video and quick go check out last week's, but otherwise that's kind of the gist of what we're looking for. So we're gonna head into the mall now and we will take you guys along with us and tell you what we're seeing. Okay guys, super quick before we get started in the mall, I just want to let you guys know, if you notice that Ryan is voicing over clips that I filmed, that is because we tried something new this time and I actually did all the filming and Ryan was kind of like the model, the Vanna White. So if you notice him voicing over sections where he's also walking around, that is because, yes, I did film everything. Okay, so let's go to the mall now. I'll actually be coming back to the mall this Friday to go to Onion Head's Revenge Haunted House, but what I really want to go to is Crayola. I'm just kidding. We were going to enter through Forever 21, but for some reason they're locked, so we had to walk around the mall. I just thought I would give you guys some views of Mall of America, because I don't think we've ever really showed much of the outside or much of kind of just walking in and walking around, but there's an entire like underwater world sea life aquarium in here along with the amusement park. They also have this giant Legoland with huge Lego statues, like this giant robot and a giant helicopter. It's pretty wild. I tried to peek into Aerie through the windows. I think they thought I was a creeper, but I did see some red in Aerie. First, we decided to go to Madewell. We don't always go to Madewell, we maybe only have once for the trend report, but we thought we'd give it a shot because we were seeing some trends in the window right away. One of the first things we spotted was a leather bomber jacket already. Can't believe it with how many times I saw it on the trend report. I also was seeing some barrel jeans, and they were darker wash. You can always tell a barrel jean because of that seam they have right there, and cuff jeans. They had some single color monochrome sweaters, and they also had some Mary Jane ballet flats. These were all in the front display. They had kitten heel boots that were suede. They had some kind of half moon hobo style bags. They're really pushing all the trends. It seemed like every mannequin or mannequin foot you looked at, there was a Mary Jane ballet flat on it, a lot of them being suede. They also had some totes being advertised. These were kind of that boxier, stand on their own totes we had been seeing in the trends. Moving on to the front jewelry section, Madewell was really once again hitting all the trends. They had all kinds of melty gold jewelry, that being rings, necklaces, earrings, all of the different jewelry. In more of the denim, they had the ash gray that is so popular this fall, and they were all in a baggy, relaxed fit. They had some darker wash ones, of course, in this style. On the mannequin, they had a maxi denim skirt, another very popular thing for 2024. Here's some more dark denim, not surprised to see that right now. All of the bags were once again that crescent moon kind of hobo style that we've been seeing a lot for the past couple months. And look at that, even all of their sunglasses are the wider oval plastic sunglasses we were talking about. It's kind of crazy how every single thing in Madewell is so on trend this season. You can't leave a single section without seeing a Mary Jane ballet flat though. Of course, getting back into the shoes, there were Mary Jane ballet flats all over the place. I mean, what did we expect? Some were studded, some were suede, and some were even metallic. A lot of them were kind of just plain colors, but then they had the kitten heel boots as well. A lot of those were suede, but some of them were smooth leather too. Some of the ballet flats weren't Mary Jane, but most of them were, and then they even had the slingback kitten heels. Again, Madewell just really nailed the trends. I was almost like, did Madewell write all the articles that I read and like dress all the bloggers? Because this is wild. They had the bucket bag in suede as well. Their suede, I will say, is super nice. They had some simple suede belts with gold hardware, which was again a very popular thing this season. They also had this car coat or barn jacket, whatever you want to call it. But again, I'm just seeing every trend here. Suede jackets too. Like, oh my gosh. Also, these were real suede. They were extremely expensive, but they were stunningly nice. I didn't know Madewell even had this nice of stuff.
Tres personas. Right away in Free People was this really adorable olive-colored green sweater. If this wasn't cropped, I probably would have bought it. Next, there was a ton of these lingerie, lingerie-inspired, like, really delicate feminine pieces. They had them in so many different colors. Super trendy. Really loved the colors on this scarf. I wish it was a little bit more plush for a blanket scarf. This faux fur coat was so luxurious, so cute. It gave me very mob wife vibes, and for, like, $200, $300, it really wasn't like honestly that expensive. I thought it would be a lot more for Free People. This bag, I loved the color again, a nice little simple green mini bag. As the connoisseur of the barrel leg jean, and I feel like is the one that kind of started it all, Free People definitely had the most variety in them. I really loved this kind of like broken in, like workman's pant kind of a vibe. These were super cute. They also had, this spoke to my soul, a green pair, the pair with the paint, which also were really speaking to me. Black, not so much, but I really liked these. And then this sweater was just beautiful. Very Y2K inspired, if I do say so myself. And as we turn the corner, they had these really amazing white jeans. These were super cute, and they were, again, in that really amazing barrel style. They had so many of these really cute Y2K inspired bags. The brown does look like a Coach bag, and it was really adorable. I simply cannot ever go to the mall and not buy something, so I ended up getting these really cute little card brooches for a blazer that I just throw a bunch of pins on. This is exactly what we were looking for. These really amazing, like, tiered, very delicate, very feminine white skirts. These were so cute.
Well, let's move on to Aritzia. We know Aritzia always has all of the trends and all kinds of trends, so let's see if they live up to that this season. As soon as we walked in, we were noticing some of that olive green color. They kind of had that all over everything in all the different sections. We were seeing some of the polo collared sweaters already as well. Aritzia also had a leather bomber jacket. Of course, they use faux leather, but their faux leather is like the nicest out there. So if you were gonna get a faux leather one, get an Aritzia one. They had some cuffed denim from Citizens of Humanity. Aritzia had many different single-colored cable knit sweaters. This is something we saw a lot for this fall as well. They had some different ones up on the wall, but wherever the cable knit is on the sweater, it's trendy. They can be super cable knit sleeve, cable knit body, trendy, trendy, trendy. Here was another kind of collared sweater. This one was more of a cardigan style, but of course they were all single color, very trendy. And they had these satin maxi kind of pencil skirts. This was something we saw a lot of as well. I hadn't seen these at Madewell, so it was interesting to see them at Aritzia.
Welcome to my mecca, Urban Outfitters. I absolutely love this store every year. I feel like they always do so good with the trends, so let's see what Miss Urban is up to. Coming right out of the gate swinging, these were some really amazing denim car coats. I really love these kind of like construction worker looking hardware to the front. The green one was obviously speaking to me so much. They had so many kind of like Free People of these really adorable little like Brahmi lingerie inspired tops. The bow one is very coquette and I love the little cowboy boot one. Some adorable leather bomber jackets. I really wish that these kind of had like the bomber waistline to them, but I really do love this like really washed, very worn in looking leather detail. They had some really interesting Levi's. These I'd never seen before, but I really love that like Y2K inspired like bow detail at the waist. And a fringe faux suede jacket. This was so cute and this really classic suede color. They also had a few more of these Y2K inspired little tops. And again, with these barrel jeans. I wasn't a fan of the ruching on the back of these, but either way, a barrel leg do be a barrel leg. When I think of the cuff jean trend, this is what I think of. I think of these big, like 3-4 inch cuffs. I really did love these jeans and this dark wash. These, again, might be a thrift pickup. I'm going to be looking for those.
Up next, of course, we had to check out Nordstrom. In the luxury shoe section, Chanel was the first one we saw, and I can't say I'm surprised that Chanel had a lot of ballet flats and slingback pumps. They're kind of at the peak of their game right now, I guess, because Chanel's known for these things, so when they're trendy, I'm sure they get a lot more sales than usual. In Jimmy Choo's section, he also had some ballet flats and some Mary Jane pumps. He included the mesh ballet Mary Jane, which is super trendy. I really liked this kind of like wool one. I thought that was quite interesting for a shoe. Over in the Dior section, they also had ballet flats. It's funny because in these luxury shoes, I wasn't noticing as many Mary Janes, but definitely lots of ballets. Of course, there were some of the kitten heel boots as well. These ones were actually from Alexander McQueen, but these are quite popular this season. There also were some of these suede mules, which wasn't a huge trend, kind of more of a micro trend. These ones actually had toes, which made me uncomfortable, but of course they're Balenciaga, so it's not surprising. But Balenciaga also had some of the kitten-heeled higher boots. Burberry had some ballet flats that were kind of funky with this quilting type graphic to them and logo that was so big. Over in the Chloe section, they had some Mary Jane flats as well. Stuart Weitzman is always very on trend with his shoes as well, so he had some suede kitten heel boots and they had some slingback Mary Jane pumps. Valentino had some strappy kind of flats too. And some ballet flats with a Mary Jane strap. I think you're probably getting tired of hearing me say this, but it's clearly a trend. Louboutin had some block-heeled ballet shoes, which was interesting, but of course he had some normal ballet flats as well. There were also some in suede and this spiky one. These were probably the ultra trendy ones, these crystal mesh ones. Again, this is like an extreme micro trend right now. And in their jewelry section, the Open Edit brand had all kinds of melty gold jewelry, which was not a surprise to see. There was also those beaded style necklaces. So we moved on to the luxury handbags, and I was seeing a lot of suede right away, especially from this YSL section. There was also a large suede tote from Christian Louboutin. Isabel Marant had a lot of suede pieces too, including this kind of underarm shoulder bag that had that almost half moon kind of crescent style. This was another very trendy one in olive green. This was a Givenchy bag. And then the Prada display, they had this little Prada top handle bag. I think I might have used a picture of this actually in the trend report. Very trendy. Before moving on to our next stop, we decided to check out the luxury and designer clothing sections. The first brand on display is Zimmermann, and unsurprisingly, Zimmermann had all kinds of the ruffly sheer boho, along with a lot of leopard, both being trends that we talked about in the trend report. Oscar de la Renta had a couple pieces with leopard print as well. And Reiss had this really cute kind of crochet polo collar sweater. Over in the Acne Studios section, they had a faux leather bomber jacket. I was blown away that this thing cost $1,000 and was faux leather. That is just crazy.
I am going to be honest, I have not been into Abercrombie since it was dark and stinky, so this is going to be a really wonderful experience for me. They right away had so many of these really cute little like leopard pieces. I really honestly am a huge fan of the leopard jeans. I think those are super cute. Loved the maxi dress. They had these really amazing blanket scarves. This is what I think of when I think of a blanket scarf. These really pillowy, squishy scarves. Some amazing cable knit pieces. They are really checking the boxes. 90s fit jeans, again, check, 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 check. They also had some really adorable little women's sweater polos. This green one, obviously, but I liked this black one over on the left with a little white stripe on the sleeve. I thought that was a super cute touch. Just a little sprinkle in of a different kind of trend that we haven't seen too much. This really beautiful faux fur coat. Looks like the one in Ghostbusters that she walks in and then all the chinchillas come back out. This car coat was amazing. I loved the graphic on the back. I think if I'm going to buy one, I'm going to buy this one. It's so cute. I love the corduroy. This leather bomber jacket was amazing. Abercrombie's faux leather is no joke. It is so soft. It is so nice. Their zippers are so legit.
Next up, we headed to Zara. Let's see if Zara is on fall 2024 or if we still have like 10 seasons before then. We did see leopard as soon as we walked in. They had it in this kind of sheer dress. They also had the crescent shoulder bag style handbag. More leopard in this kind of sheer top. This was a leather bomber, of course faux leather, but it had the leather bomber look. Very trendy. More leopard print on this jacket, and then more faux leather bomber jackets. And right under it were some higher kitten heel boots. This shoe was kind of a slingback Mary Jane ballet flat, so it kind of checked every single box. But of course they did have some regular Mary Jane ballet flats as well, very Miu Miu looking. But not just in ox blood, they also had some in white that were all kind of hairy for some reason. Another example of the slingback style. These were definitely a higher heel though. And shocker, another example of a ballet flat, but these were in leopard, so the combo of two of the trends. Some darker denim was hanging over that. We also saw this faux suede shirt and some faux suede pants. And some more Mary Jane ballet flats. These ones were mesh. Like I said, that is a hyper trend right now. They had them in a couple different colors. I did like the floral to them. That was kind of unique. And some in beige. Here was kind of a knockoff of the Prada bag we looked at in Nordstrom. Again, this is a very trendy style. I don't really know what to call it, but it's some kind of top handle multi-compartment bag. I feel like this was Zara's attempt at the kind of crystal mesh ballet flat trend, but they just put these really tacky, nasty sequins on them, so they're definitely not nice. More strappy Mary Jane ballet flats in a couple different colors. These ones had a lot of straps on them. This is hilarious. This olive green cardigan that has the polo collar to it, I believe is the exact cardigan that I used in the trend report. I had no clue it was Zara, but here is a picture of the one that I used, and here is a look back at the one that I'm looking at in the store. Crazy. Zara also had the trendy satin maxi pencil skirts in quite a few different colors, including leopard, but not the olive green, surprisingly. But they did have it in white, which was a pretty trendy maxi skirt color for the season. They had this trench in a faux ultra suede. I will say, ultra suede is never as nice as suede. I mean, obviously, but it's a whole different thing. And heading out the door, we saw the Chloe-inspired ruffly boho trend that we talked about on the trend report. There were a couple different pieces along with some dark denim up here that fit those trends.
And we have come to our final stop, Anthropologie. When I retire, I will be an Anthropologie store display designer. Like, just put that out in the universe. Right away, they had these really amazing little bags. These are so cute. The little bag charm also just fits so well with them. So many of these really amazing little cardigan sweaters. I would say those would be a little bit more Y2K inspired, but I could be absolutely wrong. They had a lot of this really amazing kind of dark denim. They had a lot of this like very preppy like sweaters, sweater polos especially. The cardigans were phenomenal, so good. This I loved. This is like quintessential trendy sweater polo with these like varsity stripes and this kind of rugby print. Loved it. Anthropologie, of course, had to have a little bit of leopard print. I really loved this dress. I thought it was really cute the way that they kind of tapered it in. They again had the same pants. These were a really amazing like wide leg. These were super cool. I loved these. In my opinion, one of the best examples of this like gold, metallic, flowy, very boba jewelry, these phenomenal initial necklaces. They had one left in silver for the R, and I almost bought it. Anthropologie, just like Free People and Urban, had a ton of the barrel leg jeans. Anthropologies were like a little bit more sophisticated, I feel like. And then they had these really amazing, very, very, very trendy, very Bottega looking, like big, brown, over-the-shoulder tote bags. This green messenger bag also spoke to me so much. This was kind of the little bag charm area. This was the bag that, if you remember, we used in Melinda's video. They also had some really amazing lingerie, very Y2K inspired satin skirts. These were kind of everywhere, and I loved that they come in all these different colors. Belts, as previously stated, nothing too crazy, nothing too out there. These were really good, like staple pieces. I loved that they had a little bit of flair in some of the buckles. but most of the time, like, really nice, really neutral. Nice pair of cuffed leg jeans. These are very reminiscent, I feel like, of like the early 2010s, late kind of Y2K era. These were some cool, very wide and cuffed leopard print jeans. Loved these. White skirt, can't go wrong. White skirt that got stuck in the hanger, can't go wrong. Absolutely.
All right.
It's dark
After
in here.
a full day at the mall, now it's night.
Literally.
Actually, what, we were there for like
I mean,
a
like,
couple
just hang out
hours,
right
hour
here.
or so? Hour and a
Yeah.
half, maybe? Yeah.
Hour 45, somewhere in
but
there.
Anyways, I would say, not to pat ourselves on the back, but I would say we had quite an accurate trend report.
Oh,
I think we found literally everything. I am
did
having
too.
a hard time trying to think of anything, like maybe a leather trench I didn't see. But we saw that like kind of faux suede one, so I don't know. I feel like we saw literally everything and like many, many, many times. Plus, I feel like what was confirmed is red is not as big as it was supposed to be when we were talking about fall in the spring. I definitely did not see much red. Also, there are a couple things I noticed like a few times that weren't trends I noticed online. So like the faux fur coats. We also saw a couple like denim trench coats, and like I hadn't seen that
Very
online
cute.
either. So there's a couple things that could be trendy that I guess we just
Thing
didn't
or
pick up on.
two.
But yeah, I would say like the biggest ones are the freaking ballet flat Mary
Oh my
Janes.
gosh. Everywhere. All over the
And-
place. There was a decent amount of suede.
Yeah, there was a lot of the polo sweaters too.
Yes,
It
we
wasn't
did see a
just
lot of
cardigans, some of the pullovers. Like I think we talked about them being cardigans, but it was definitely like all the sweaters are like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise like everything was pretty accurate to what we were looking at last week. So anyways, as per usual, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let us know if you want to continue to see the R&Ds in the future, because we love doing these. They're
What
so
is
much
on
fun
the
to do.
Oh, I'm hot. That's what it is.
And they're very rewarding when it's times like this where it like actually is accurate and it's easy to see
they're
the
a good
things.
time, you know?
Yeah, so let us know what you think. Otherwise, we will see you on Thursday for most likely a bins haul. At least I will. And then
Almost.
on Friday for the very first Vlogoween Vlogtober video on the second channel, which is insane. Oh, which
That's
is,
gonna be
I think
so
it's
much
October 1st. You guys are seeing this, so happy October also.
Joyous October, everybody.
Or of course, What's Old Sunday on Sunday. So we will see you when you choose to see us.
Goodbye.
Bye.